My dear friends, I very fraternally and very warmly I'm inviting you for a special focus. I tell you, this particular focus you would not come across so far, so to say, politics of Mary. Whether we like it or not, we have made that particular Mary of Nazareth, that is mother of Jesus, a very pious lady, a very devotionalized Mary, very routinized, if not traditionalized Mary. And the Mary comes to us here very kindly. I'm not denying that particular perspective and quality or the personality of Mary of Nazareth. But I want to throw the spotlight on a different one, which we rather miss in history, rather mystery in tradition. What is that one? And she was a politician. You may say, how come? I tell you. And 2 or 3 events I have to throw the spotlight on. When Gabriel, Archangel, came and gave the annunciation, and she had the power of one to raise the question, how can that be? When Gabriel said, you'll be get conceived and you'll bear a son, anybody would have accepted because that's the will of God. But Mary was not of that particular person. True, Mary said eventually fiat. But prior to that one, she had the guts, she had the courage, and she had the conviction to question Gabriel. And they put that particular inquiry across. How can that be? Afterwards, then Gabriel gave certain, what we call it, explanation. And she's afterwards said, fiat, accept. I tell you, this is the power, inner power needed for a politician. And you and I are not talking about people's politics. And when we stand with the poorest and the powerless, we need to have that particular inner power as Mary had in. This is only first event and first reflection. I move to the second one. And you know, when Mary made the visitation to call on Elizabeth, found in the same chapter, number 1, the same gospel according to Luke, and you find the Magnificat. My dear friends, certainly you are very aware of that Magnificat of Mary. But unfortunately, you have made that one as a kind of a thanksgiving hymn, a kind of a glorious Magnificat. It's true, Mary says, my soul magnifies my Lord. But magnifies for what? There comes a point. And Mary says, I thank you, I magnify you, I glorify you, I praise you. For what? You send the mighty down, pull the mighty down, send the rich away, and you raise the least and the last. That is not applicable to only to Mary, to anybody and everybody. Not only during the time of Mary, even down the history, even in our own living situation, who are pushed to the periphery. Political languages who are made powerless, maintained powerless. And that way Mary says, and they should be raised up, and for which my son is going to do the needful. And even though she was only conceived at the time, only the fetus, Jesus, was being grown in the womb of Mary. But Mary had that particular political expectation. I can go on, but I leave it to you. When the next time you read that Magnificat, chapter number 1 of Luke's Gospel, or when you sing that one in the church or anywhere during the service, kindly ponder over the words which are put into that Magnificat, and that will tell you, the Magnificat will tell you much more than what I'm now saying. The third one is when Jesus was crucified, killed at the Calvary. Even the menfolk, his own apostles, ran away. Only John was there standing. But Mary had that particular, what you call it, that vibrancy. And she could come and stand at the foot of the cross of her son. Why? And Mary knew this was done by the political groups of the day, and who were rather rich and who were occupying the uppermost steps of the ladder of the society of the time. Whereas he was ready to come down to be at the service of the least and the last, so that they can also come up in life. Mary knew this political vision, a sort of religio-political vision of Jesus, her son. And she wanted to, and she did travel along with her son till the end, come what may. I have given you just 3 events, made a quick 3 reflections. I have done it in a very, very what you call seminal way. But I tell you, when you ponder over this, you will certainly will come to understand Mary was not simply a pious lady, but a prophetic lady, a political lady, and who can stand with the power of one, even as a woman. I repeat, even as a woman in a male-dominated Jewish society of Israel. Whenever we call upon Mary as our mother, and whenever we say the prayer, Hail Mary, we need to ask for this particular grace, so that as Mary has shown the way, we need to walk that way, come what may, till we reach Calvary in our very lives. When our life should go for the poorest and the least and the powerless, so that a new humanity, casteless, classless society should emerge for the sake of emergence of a new earth, new heaven. I wish you all the best. May Mary of Nazareth intercede for us, so that we will become more and more her beloved children. May God, receiving the intercession of Mary, may bless you, bless me, bless us. Thank you, sir.